8 consecutive clean sheets going into their game at the Stadium of Light this evening, but Sunderland were not about to lie down. Here we go in the first half. Robin Ruffs, the Sunderland goalkeeper, with that long punt forward. Dan Ballard makes the challenge. Mikel wins the header. And this is unlikely because Dan Ballard hadn't scored with his feet for the previous 2 years, but that was Sunderland in front at half-time. Enzo Lefebvre getting caught in possession early in the second half by Declan Rice. And some nice interchange of passing. Sees Bukayo, Saka equalise, and then a really terrific strike from Leandro Trossard here. Arrow strike, Arsenal in control, it seemed, until 90+4, the reverse from Trey Hume. Ballard again with the first contact, and there was Brian Brobbey with his first shot in the Premier League, scoring his first Sunderland goal. And look at the limbs. What a reaction from a packed Stadium of Light. And this was the reaction on Weir's side, mopped up by David Craig.
Mikel, before we get into the nuts and bolts of the game, is that fair to say that that's one of the biggest tests you've faced in all competitions this season?
Yeah, really tough test. We knew that. The way they set up, credit to them as well, because they make it very difficult for you. They take the game constantly to the areas that they want. You have to deal with that, and yeah, very unfortunately, at the end we conceded a goal.
Did you sense that they'd really disrupted your rhythm, the way you like to play, particularly in the first half? There was a sense that there was two different sides to Arsenal's performance today in the first and second half.
Well, just the time that has been added obviously tells you the story of the game. So it's normal. Each team tries to do his best, to do what we have to do, and we try the same.
Regis, well done. We spoke a lot before the game about what we might learn about your team coming up against one of the best teams in the Premier League, arguably one of the best teams in Europe. What did you learn this evening?
I think we showed once again our character and our togetherness, because we struggled as expected against a really strong squad with different options to score, to threaten your defense. But even when we went through difficult moments, I think we showed that it was possible to change the dynamic and to create something until the end.
Looking at your bench today, with respect, probably not the strongest that we've seen from Arsenal at times this season. All those players we know, Martin Odegaard, Kai Havertz, Martinelli, Gabi Jesus, is this coming at a good time for you?
Yeah, we have 7 injured players, especially on the front line, so we're very limited with the options that we had. But this is the season as well. You're going to go through those periods. Those players, they haven't been with us for the last 2 months, and we're still done really, really well, so big credit to the team.
Just finally, do battles like this make you stronger? Do they make you potential champions?
For sure, and I love the way the team reacted, and we scored the 2 goals and go ahead. It's just a shame that in the last minute we conceded the goal in the manner that we've done it, but that's the league.
Mikel, thank you.
Thank you.
Take care.
Yeah, they look really good in that second half, certainly. Much improved performance from Arsenal, but Sunderland just wouldn't lie down for them. And that's 5 goals now. They've scored 90 or later, which is 2 more than anyone else. Arsenal included in that list on 3. But it's character Regis Ilbrist talked about. It's resilience. It's all positive, isn't it, Darren, for Sunderland?
It is, certainly. I mean, first half, I thought their performance tonight was really good. Second half, started off a little bit sloppy, I'd say. But you're right, to go 2-1 down against a side like Arsenal, who they spoke about being one of the best sides in Europe, to kind of find that courage and that kind of hunger and desire to come from behind and still keep putting balls in the boxes, still trying to make Arsenal defend, still trying to create the opportunity, that's testament to them and to the manager as well, because a lot of people would have looked at them this season and thought, yeah, they've spent a bit of money as well. Have they got enough to stay in the division? And I think they've already shown us, even though it's early days, that they've got more than enough with the experience of xhaka, some of the other signings they've made as well. It all comes from the manager. And I think they've been an absolute credit to the division. But Stadium of Light will be a big reason as to why they stay in this division, because it's such a tough place to go.
And it's perhaps ironic when we talk about Sunderland spending that the man of the match and one of the heroes of their season so far has been Dan Ballard, picked up for, what, £2 million in the Championship years, and is flying with the team. The home form that you speak about, Darren, that does feel like it is going to be a factor for Sunderland. They are still unbeaten at the Stadium of Light. And I suppose, Gary, the longer this goes on, the more the belief will grow, won't it?
Yeah, I think that's what you saw in today's performance, was belief. You know, that that start that they make there. When you come up to the Premier League from the Championship, as much as you're looking forward to it, there is like an uncertainty and there is a little bit of doubt because you're stepping up to the toughest division in world football. But when you go and beat West Ham at home on the first day and you start the Premier League season like this, it doesn't take long for that belief to grow on the pitch, in the stands, and you could feel that today up against the best side in the league. There was never any doubt that they were going to give them a real tough game, and they were, you know, Arsenal will argue they should have won it, but I think Sunderland were worthy of a point.
How much of a setback is it for Arsenal, Darren?
I guess now it's probably still a bit raw, so they probably will be thinking, is points dropped? But I think when they look back at the performance as a whole and how Sunderland did cause them problems, I think it's a positive point. Now, I think it helps that Liverpool and Manchester City are playing tomorrow against each other, so potentially they're both going to drop points, or definitely one of them is going to drop points. So I think he'll be looking at it again. Do you know what? In the long run, maybe it's not the worst point in the world, worst performance in the world, but I guess it's the next fixture, which of course is the North London derby, which is where they'll be looking to get back on track with maximum points.
Which side will you be on for that one?
How are you going to ask me that question? Like,
I've just been listening to you on the radio too much. What positives will Arsenal take from this today?
No, I think you saw in Mikel's demeanour there. I think if he'd have been disappointed with the performance or the group, you'd have felt it more. You'd have felt it more in that. I think I think you could see there. You go to a team that are they third in the league and have started unbelievably well at a very tough place to go, and you have 8 or 9 attacking players missing from your squad. It's never going to be a straightforward afternoon for them. So I think they go there, they don't get beat, they probably edged it, and he'll go home thinking, okay, I can live with that today, and hopefully we get some players back and we're still 8 points clear or whatever they are due to their fantastic start.
All right, boys, thank you very much. Darren, thank you. You survived. Gary, don't be getting a job just yet, because we do enjoy your company on
I'll be back, mate. I'll be back, definitely.
Good man.
Everton taking on Fulham on Saturday afternoon, one of the 3 p.m. kickoffs. First part of Saturday Night Football, Sunderland against Arsenal, which means Granit Xhaka with Sunderland facing his old club, Arsenal, where he spent a good 7 seasons, almost 300 appearances. He's been one of the revelations of the summer in terms of a signing for one of the promoted sides. Let's hear from David Raya on Granit Xhaka.
It is useful in different ways. His knowledge about Arsenal is important for us, so we spoke together and with the coaching staff all the week. And I think the main point is belief, the way he can transmit confidence to the squad, to tell the players we can win something against this squad, even if they are really strong. This part is also really important.
Well, speaking of Arsenal, they could be 9 points clear of City and 10 clear of Liverpool by the time gets underway at the Etihad. But they face a tricky trip to the northeast to face Sunderland on the Saturday Night Football. The trip to the Stadium of Light means an emotional reunion for Sunderland's Granit Xhaka. He played close to 300 games for Arsenal between 2016 and 2023. And Mikel Arteta has hailed Xhaka's character and insists that he made him a better manager.
Loved every minute that we spent together. When I joined, he was in a special moment, I would say, of his life and his career. And between all of us, we try to guide him, to give him a different perspective, to make him feel loved, valued, and he responded in an incredible way. So he made me a better coach. He helped us to develop and improve a lot as a football team and as a club, and I will be eternally grateful because I have great memories with him.
Now, with the festive football schedule fast approaching, it's perhaps not surprising that talk of fixture congestion remains hot on the agenda. As it currently stands, Arsenal face the prospect of 4 games in 9 days in December. Mikel Arteta confirmed that talks are underway to ease the fixture congestion. The Arsenal manager hopes that common sense prevails.
I'm super optimistic that this is not going to be the case because from every angle, from the Premier League, from the EFL, from UEFA, all the time, the only thing that we talk about is the welfare of the player and the supporters. And if we want to maintain that principle, that cannot be the case, and we cannot play Sunday and Tuesday. So we have very positive talks to the clubs and to the Premier League, and hopefully we'll find a way to help as much as possible, because sometimes you cannot help 200 people out there that they have an issue. But for that reason, you cannot say, if I can help 100, I'm not going to do it, because what about the other 100? No. Help 100 if you can help 100, and the other 100, next time you have the opportunity, do it as well. And I think we need to be very thorough, and we cannot allow ourselves to put in that situation.
Well, as for injury news, Arteta's been boosted by the return to training of forward Gabriel Jesus, but says that they'll have to manage his minutes. Jesus has been out for 10 months with a nasty double ACL injury in his knee, but he was back training with the Arsenal first team yesterday. Arteta in no doubt about the boost that Jesus' return will have on the squad.
Well, again, a player that is very unpredictable, full of energy, super competitive, a player that comes from a context of difficulty in the last few seasons for various nasty injuries. So the level of hunger, desire that is going to bring to the team is going to be amazing. So I'm thrilled to have him. I think he's going to add something extra to the team that we don't have, and make sure that very soon we see him on that pitch making an impact for the team.